Back in the Philippines after 9 days in Thailand, and let me tell you, there's few places I would rather be other than Boracay. My not so glamorous trek from where I'm staying here in Aklan up to the terminal where I can catch the van to Cataclan. It's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half ride from here. It's only 100 or 150 pesos to take the van from here to Boracay. And like every adventure in the Philippines, it starts with a tricycle ride. It's kind of a mob scene again. I mean, you gotta scan your QR code, show them your papers, then you gotta go over here and get your ticket and your environmental pass and blah, blah, blah. There's just no easy way to do it. All right, that port looked like a mob scene, but it really wasn't that bad to get on the boat. Not even 10 minutes off the boat, and now to get a taxi thing. So there's a port area where you can catch these little, electric e-bike, e-trike things that'll take you up to your hotel. But since I'm solo, I managed to score a ride on one of these bad boys. It should be a quick trip. Le Carmela de Boracay. I don't know if it's any good. They offered me an early check-in, but couldn't really deliver on it. But then again, it is Le Boracay weekend. And apparently this facility has two sides, and let's see what they're offering here. A rather cloudy looking pool, and there's another pool on the other side, but it is kind of right on the beach, so let's go check that out. I mean, if you want. As you can see, just a short walk down to the beach. It really doesn't seem that crowded. I mean, kind of surprised. See what happens tonight. I remember last weekend I was checking out this lunch buffet spot. There was not one person here. Not one person in line at lunchtime. And today, I guess it is a little crowded. Beautiful, chill, it's very social. Getting a lot of looks. Not quite sure why that is. Maybe it's because I'm solo. I'm walking around like a bum with a backpack, or because I lost 4 kilos and maybe starting to get it back. You know what I mean? Scoping these little out of the way nowheresville resorts that are off the beach. They got parts that are under construction, so they're doing their rooms super cheap. These places back here. And they rent by the week and month, so some cool spots. I mean, they're not glamorous by any means. Decided to take a little walk today. AJ Travelers Inn, the Amigos Inn, the Villa Sunset Boracay, the something suites, Mirage Suites, I guess. The Island Princess Resort and Spa. It's kind of tucked away back in here. See what I mean by not too glamorous? But if you want to spend 1,500 pesos for a week for your room in Boracay, that's the spot to go. Late afternoon, tide goes out, but there's still plenty of depth for swimming. All right, I get to go check in, and then I'm gonna do some laps. And they're very simple, very functional, very nothing special room at La Carmela. That was incredible. Quadrophenia blasting during a Boracay late afternoon power swim. Really fantastic, exhilarating, fun, new experience. Quadrophenia, baby. This is day 12 for me on the keto diet, and I've been incredibly regimented. So this morning I had a really high fat, like avocado, protein, no carb breakfast, and that's pretty much been par for the course for every meal for the last 12 days. And I didn't eat for the rest of the day, and it's probably about 4:30 in the afternoon now. And I was hungry about an hour or two ago, but I pushed through because I wanted to get the swim in. And I had a great swim, like a real power swim. Just felt like I got right in the zone, got right warmed up, just kept going. And that's really interesting. It must be a result of the ketosis, right? My body might be tapping into fat for energy. I'm just going strong, but I think it's time to go get something to eat. Got to be at least twice as many people this weekend as the previous weekend. They all came out at night. It's like the only bouncing place on the beach. It's loud, it's got a lot of lights, but it's just not bumping. Unlike her, she was totally bumping. I'm supposed to meet some peeps here. Hey, when in doubt, you can always hit the mall. This place is so packed, it just looks like sweaty and gross. That was a fun bar. Good ratio, if you know what I mean. And I would say, 8 out of 10 of the fun, very lovely girls that were in there were fishing. And let me tell you also, the market price, the catch of the day, was at an incredibly discounted price. However, I'm also not a biologist, so I don't know if I'm qualified to tell you whether 4 out of 10 of those 8 out of 10 were actually women, because of course you can't define a woman. Alright, splitting from the pre-game party, the pre-game Pinoy party at some swank digs, and on our way out, man, the tables of girls are just like, hi. Look at this. It's late. I know you can't see this shit because the camera's way too dark, but I think it's going on like 2 in the morning. And there's a pretty big crowd outside this bar. This was the sweaty bar. Lots of honey. Alright, now that it's like 1:32 in the morning, the party's definitely getting rolling here in Boracay. Game on, Boracay. I love it. When we were getting ready to go, my new bro here, he just like strips off his shirt. He's like, let's go. Like, gotta love beach life. The Station 2 beach near the hotel is just ridiculously crowded. Actually, it's not ridiculously crowded, it's just crowded. So I'll head up to Station 1 to swim. Chill beach spot, right? I like this place. I was here last weekend. Nothing special, but it's chill. And there's no people. And of course the white beach. So, I mean, going swimming. So what's my takeaway after a couple of weeks cruising private beaches on the mainland over there and 10 days in Thailand? I've realized I just cannot do crowds. But it's not just any crowd, it's a certain type of crowd. And I'm not going to say something like, I don't know, the dumbed down masses or anything like that, because, you know, gosh forbid, there wouldn't be anything like that here in the beautiful, amazing Philippines, right? Yeah, Boracay is great, don't get me wrong. It is an incredible, unique destination, but it is just not what it used to be. And you could say that literally about the entire country, and that has to do with lockdown. I mean, lockdown. Except for a few things like the Boracay reclamation program, which I suppose made strides and changes in order to make things better for the island. Like this place, bar like this where I'm having breakfast and swimming at, bar, restaurant, you know. That used to be the most pumping nightclub, right? Upstairs in there. And what they did is they said they can't have anything right on the beach anymore. And I remember even down like Station 2, actually maybe it was Station 1, I don't remember, it was 2014. Anyway, they would put tables out on the beach, you know, candlelit tables. I think you could even have tables sitting into the water. Now, granted, I guess I can see how that may pose somewhat of a Boracay, you know, environmental issue, but really the issue with Boracay was that they were dumping sewage into the water. So I don't know. It's not my you know, bag. I'm not an eco, you know, consultant. I just know that when there's too many people here, it just does not feel, there's no vibe. You gotta go out there to get the vibe. Alright, it's this shit that just drives me crazy. Really, dude? Take the effing mask off. Late afternoon, when the tide goes out, it's so shallow here. Like you can walk out 50 yards and it's still only up to your knees. And I like that because you can kind of just like sit and chill in the cool water and do yoga. And after walking up and down the beach for a day or two, I'm ready for a bit of a stretch out. See how shallow the water is all the way out during low tide. This soft sand with these little ridges are like foot massages, and this time of day it's great to walk out here. Sunsets on Boracay are legendary. That's why I guess every person on the island comes out to see it. But then again, I am in Station 2 and go further down the beach, much less crowded. Well, apparently there was some festival element going on here for Le Boracay weekend. It was like a music festival and it was a party on the back beach. And of course, I missed it. But it looked cool. I mean, it looked like a great time. I saw a couple posts just don't know if I'd have been into it though. I mean, maybe if I went with a camera and just like film stuff, it would have been cool, but I don't know. Next time. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe.